Eyewitness weather forecast.
Taking a look at the time lapse from today. It's always a nice treat when we get a very warm day to see lots of thawing in early February. It was in the low 40s this afternoon after starting off down in the 20s. And right now it's pretty mild out there. We're still sitting at 40 degrees. We do have a breeze though out of the east-southeast, a little bit of a chill. It's adding to the air. Feels more like the lower 30s than the lower 40s. But temperatures are actually going to stay pretty mild overnight tonight. And believe it or not, we actually set some records today for the warmest February 2nd on record. And February 2nd means that our furry friend Phil was making his prognostications today. We've got Dan in the Weather Center tracking all things groundhog. Dan?
Thanks, Colleen. The results are in, and Punxsutawney Phil did see his shadow. So as the folklore goes, it means that we'll be seeing 6 more weeks of winter as he does hibernate. Now, one thing to note, though, is that in the past 10 years, Punxsutawney Phil has only gotten it right about 40% of the time. And we could see here that there isn't really a strong indication of any changes in temperature over the next several months. So spring is still on track to be on time. And if you are counting down the days like I am, we are about 46 days away from spring, and that's going to be on the vernal equinox, which is Sunday, March 20th. Colleen?
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, it's not surprising that the groundhog sees his shadow most of the time because first day of spring, always 6 weeks away from Groundhog Day, right? Tonight, our temperatures are pretty mild. We'll only get down to the low to mid 30s. That's when we'll start the day tomorrow. So warmest at the start of the day. Temperatures will be falling into the 20s later in the afternoon for us tomorrow. So let's time this storm out. Later on this evening, we've got some light flurries and light rain showers, but it really doesn't pick up until late night. Here's about 3 a.m. We've got rain falling in the valley, down further south with some snow falling in the North Country. Now it does look to pick up towards daybreak tomorrow. You can see around 6:30 a.m. still warm enough for rain, maybe a little bit of sleet in the valley, snow in the North Country. And watch as we roll through the morning and early afternoon, we will see a change over to snow. That snow picks up as well. You'll see the dark blues here, but you can see in Otsego County the pinks will hold on longer there. That means quite a bit of sleet will be possible and also a little bit of freezing rain before the change over to snow there. Everybody gets in on the snow action by tomorrow evening. You can see those dark blues. We'll see snow coming down at 1 inch per hour, maybe even 2 inches per hour at times into later tomorrow evening. And you can see the snow just continues all night tomorrow night. So starting the day off on Friday will be quite snowy, likely some delays in school closings there at the end of the week. By Friday afternoon, snow winds down. We'll still be dealing with some light snow showers, but the worst of it will be wrapping up for us Friday in the morning. So by about midday on Friday, here's how much snow we're expecting. It's not going to all fall at once. Most of the snow falls during the night tomorrow night. 9 to 12 inches for many of us, 6 to 9 from about Cooperstown down south, and we'll see more sleet further south of Route 20. Now tonight we're quiet. We'll see that rain arriving later tonight, but we're staying mild. Our low only 37 in Utica. That'll be our high tomorrow because temperatures dropping off in the afternoon. That rain changes to snow with a little bit of sleet possible during the transition there. Then we're down into the teens tomorrow night. Cold for Friday as we still have the snow falling, but again the worst of it will come to an end Friday morning. Just snow showers Friday afternoon. Maybe a flurry Saturday, which is a cold day, only in the teens, but then we're pretty quiet and seasonable from Sunday onward. Highs will be in the upper 20s and lower 30s. Jamie?
Thanks, Colleen. Here's
now your Eyewitness weather forecast.
It's always a treat when we get above 40 in February. Beautiful earlier on today. You see we had some nice sunshine in the first half of the day. Nice and warm temperatures in the 30s and low 40s with some major melting happening. And we're still pretty mild out there right now. Now you probably saw today in the headlines our furry friend Punxsutawney Phil. Today, of course, is February 2nd. So the groundhog made his prognostication and he says 6 more weeks of winter. He saw his shadow, so he goes back into hibernation now. And I hate to break it to you, but the success rate of the groundhog, not great. He has got about a 40% success rate, so he gets an F most of the time. And he actually predicts 6 more weeks of winter quite more often than he does for an early spring. And because we are exactly 6 weeks away from the start of spring, it's about 46 days from today, 6.5 weeks if you want to get technical, he's right actually most of the time. Now overnight tonight, our low temperatures are actually very high for a night in February. You'll see the low 30s in the North Country, mid 30s for the rest of us. And we do have rain and snow falling because of the temperature profile, and it's going to be a long time until we see temperatures dropping. Our highs tomorrow will be hitting these in the morning, and then we'll see the cold air slowly work its way in tomorrow afternoon. It'll take quite a while, but you'll see on the Futurecast tonight, we've got some light rain showers, some drizzle, and some flurries. Really picks up for us late night, about 4 a.m. And you'll see at 6 a.m. here, so daybreak tomorrow. Those of you in the North Country have snow, but if you're waking up in the valley, it's raining in the morning, and further south as well. It's going to take a while. Like I said, the cold air is very, very slow to arrive, but we will see that change over to snow. It looks like some point in the morning or early afternoon. You can see that further south of Route 20, hanging on to rain and potentially ice. That's the purple line here, sleet and freezing rain possible for a longer duration there further south. That's why the snow totals will be a little bit lower there. You'll see on the map. We've got some darker blues here later in the afternoon and evening. It's going to be quite messy during the commute tomorrow night and on Friday morning. We could see snow coming down at 1 inch per hour or even 2 inches per hour at times. Snows all night tomorrow night, still going here on Friday morning, and then it will start to wind down. We won't see the sky opening up. We'll still be dealing with some off and on snow showers, but the worst of it will be over for us by midday on Friday. So you can see we're expecting by about noontime on Friday 9 to 12 inches of snow, 6 to 9 inches for those of you along Route 20 and further south, because longer for that change over to rain and also possibly a little bit more sleet. Those of us further north do have the chance to see that sleet as we transition from rain over to snow tomorrow. Tonight, though, it's pretty warm out there. A low only 37 degrees in Utica. Warm for a night in February. Still need a coat, though. We'll see that high tomorrow in the morning, dropping in the afternoon as we see that change to snow. It's going to get pretty messy here for tomorrow evening's commute, and again Friday morning. Give yourself extra time to dig out and extra time to get where you need to go. After that, it's a cold day Saturday. Just a small chance of flurries there, then a very quiet weather pattern from Sunday onward. We've got more Eyewitness News coming up after the break. Sports is next with David Elstein. Stay with us.
Looking for a career Eyewitness weather forecast.
It was a nice day today. Very unusually warm for early February. Got into the mid to upper 30s and even low 40s this afternoon. Saw quite a bit of melting happening here ahead of our storm. And it's February 2nd, so that means that the groundhog was out this morning. He did see his shadow, which means he's headed back into hibernation. 6 more weeks of winter. Spring is technically 46 days away, so 6.5 weeks if you really want to get technical about it. Now, we're pretty mild out there right now for a night in February. 39 degrees in Utica, no breeze at the moment to speak of, and we do have some light rain falling at the moment as well. And tonight our temperatures don't fall off too much. Our low only 31 in Old Forge tonight, 37 for Utica and Onondaga as well. And we will see these as the high temperatures tomorrow will be warmest in the morning, and then temperatures will be dropping off in the afternoon, and we'll be at 40 to start in Oneida, already at the freezing point in the North Country. And we will slowly see the cold air working its way in throughout the day, getting even Oneida down below freezing by tomorrow evening. Now, you see on the Futurecast tonight, we've got some light rain and snow showers. These will be picking up here later on tonight. And by daybreak tomorrow morning, we've got snow falling in the North Country, but notice in the Mohawk Valley, still rain you're waking up to tomorrow, and points further south as well. That cold air slowly works its way in throughout the day tomorrow. But you can see those of you south of Route 20 will still be dealing with rain and some ice. This purple color here indicates sleet or even freezing rain, expecting more sleet than freezing rain, luckily, at this time. But as it transitions from rain to ice and then eventually over to snow. Notice we're getting into the darker blues here tomorrow afternoon, evening, and overnight tomorrow night. Snow could be coming down at 1 inch per hour, maybe even 2 inches per hour with these darker blues here. And snow is going to fall all night tomorrow night into the morning on Friday morning before it finally starts to wind down midday Friday. But you see, we're not in the clear. We'll still be dealing with some scattered snow showers on Friday afternoon after the worst of the storm has moved out. So we're looking at 9 to 12 inches for most places by midday on Friday, 6 to 9 inches from about Route 20 further south because of the ice and rain hanging on a bit longer there. We may end up even with a bit over a foot in the North Country in some spots, and that will happen by the end of the day on Friday, so some additional light accumulation possible there. Tonight, though, in Utica, it's just rain, and we only get down to 37. We'll start there tomorrow, but temperatures gradually fall throughout the day. We see a change from rain to sleet and then over to snow. That'll be heavy at times tomorrow evening and overnight tomorrow night. We'll get down to the teens tomorrow night and only low 20s on Friday, so feeling very different than it did today. Saturday's a cold day. We've got a small chance of flurries there, highs in the teens. And Sunday, we're closer to normal, upper 20s and low 30s. For next week, looks like a quiet weather pattern as well. From Sunday onward, we'll see nights next week in the teens and single digits, pretty typical for early February. We've got more Eyewitness News coming up after the break. Stay right here with us on WUTR.